you're gonna make me tell a story because
Please
I'm
go.
a story. My great grandmother, her name was Clara Lavender. She came out of a city, a town called Utah, Eutaw, Utah, Alabama. And my grandmother was born in the 1870s. Okay, and I remember my father. This was my great grandmother, my father's grandmother, and we drove from Texas to her place in Marshalltown, Iowa. And I remember when we got to the house, Emma, we call her Emma. She was in the late 70s, early 80s, and we came to her house and we were looking. We pulled up. My father pulled up in front of the house and knocked on the door. And when nobody, we heard somebody hollering around back. She said, "Come around back." And here, my dad and my brothers and sisters, we walk around to the back of the house, and there's a ladder. And here's my 80-something-year-old grandmother on a ladder up on top of the roof, patching her roof. And my dad screamed. He said, "Mom, come on down from there." Don't She said, "Oh boy, shut up. I know what I'm doing. I'm fixing it." She was patching her roof, and she did what she did. She came down because she saw her little great grandbabies, and she came down and hugged us and all of that. And she started dusting her hands off. And she called my birth name was Claire. I was named after her because my father was named after her. My name at birth was Claire Rudison. Yeah, she said, "Claire," she said, "Boy, go over there and get me a chicken guinea, a duck out of that pen over there," because she had a pen where she had her chickens and ducks and guineas all together. And I went on in there and grabbed one and brought it out to her. And she said, "Well, wring its neck," and I went ahead and wrung its neck. And then she went in the house and brought out a pot of hot water. And I sat there on the back of the porch with her, and I was plucking the feathers all off uh, uh, the chicken. And she went ahead on in there and she took the meal, she cut it up and cooked. She made something that they called chicken and dumplings. What chicken is? She called our dumplings slickers. And she made that food, man. That food was so delicious. That was my great grandmother.